Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So there's a lot to unpack today. We have FTX and Binance furthering their growth by adding two new countries from the Middle East to their list of countries where they are actually licensed. That's huge. So we'll get into that. Ethereum is getting really close to that beacon merge. They've launched their new Kiln testnet. So that's a big deal. DeFi firm Deus Financial, another DeFi hack for the DeFi space, $3 million swiped. We have cryptocurrency company Elliptic, cryptocurrency security company Elliptic has identified over 400 wallets associated with Russian officials and oligarchs. That's huge. We'll dive into that. A member of the NetWalker ransomware gang has been extradited from Canada to the United States. Apparently, the United States has been chasing him for a while. Finally got him. We'll dig into that. We're talking about $28 million in Bitcoin seized, as well as about $618,000 in Canadian dollars. In US value, but Canadian dollars also seized. We have not such good news for Coinbase. Their monthly trading volume year over year took a nosedive by about 25% in February. So that's something to think about. ConsenSys, the owners of MetaMask, has raised over $450 million. And that's also something to think about. But another piece of good news for them is MetaMask has reached over 30 million monthly active users. Huge, huge. Wait till you hear who's actually in that fundraise. That's what's nuts. In a major push to bridge Web 2.0 and Web 3.0, keep telling you about this connective tissue. Polygon has been on a rampage, snatching major talent from all kinds of places. So we'll get into all of that in a second. So we've got FTX receiving licensing in the Middle East along with Binance. Binance is in Bahrain, oil-rich nation. So they're going to bring cryptocurrency, regulated cryptocurrency, to Bahrain, as well as FTX is doing the same in Dubai. So that's huge. Remember yesterday I actually reported that the Middle East, UAE specifically, seems to be embracing Russian oligarch crypto. So this is another step in that direction. So there's a lot going on there. Not mad at Binance and FTX. They've got to make money, but it says a lot about those nations. I think it's time for the rest of the world to start going renewable and decreasing in a major fashion their dependency on oil and start stepping up their game in those areas. Ethereum, wow, Ethereum is going to freaking explode. They are going to freaking explode. Why do I say that? They are so close to merging with Beacon Chain, which is a proof of stake technology versus proof of work. So much more energy efficient and faster. And, it's just going to bring a whole bunch of efficiencies over to Ethereum. And I think that's when Ethereum is just going to take off. You started hearing, if you're reading the news, you start hearing about people saying, oh, Ethereum's going to hit 30,000. And you start scratching your head and you go, how the heck is that going to happen? Those crazy gas fees that fluctuate all over the place. Yeah, this is how. So keep an eye on that. I have my crew looking into, snatching up more Ethereum just because get it, hodl, and see what happens in a year or two, because that merge is going to happen this year. The date hasn't been announced or anything else like that. The Kiln testnet is just happening, but you have to think that's going to be soon. That Kiln testnet is public, by the way. So that's why it's so big. It's so big. Um, in another hit to the DeFi space, Deus Finance, they had, just a measly 3 million swipe from them. So remember I told you I was interested in getting involved in decentralized finance, right? Staking, all that good stuff. But my company has done penetration testing, so I'm kind of security conscious when it comes to these things. So before I even start getting into other risks, the first thing I start thinking about is, what kind of security protocols do you have? What kind of practices do you have in place? What kind of technologies are you using? Who's involved? Have you been hacked before? What's that history? Then I start getting into the financial risk. But that tech risk is kind of a big deal. So, I'm not saying that they don't have good security practice, but I mean, as the space, I'm looking at those kind of points first. Okay. So if you're interested in getting involved in DeFi, it's very risky. That's why the rates are so high. Also, pay attention to whether or not they're going to be able to do that in the United States. Remember, a while ago, there were a couple of companies that were told, nope, can't do that here. So Coinbase was going to launch that kind of service, and the United States government said that wouldn't be such a good idea. So they scrapped those plans. So pay attention to what you've got going on and how it's flowing, right? Um, Something that I'm looking at is, it's just amazing how different companies, different people are getting involved in the whole not Ukrainian, in the Russian war. And when you think about that, you start realizing, wow, there are companies out there that are doing some serious due diligence. Well, crypto security company Elliptic has identified over 400 wallets, not addresses, wallets, that are involved, that are linked rather to Russian officials and oligarchs. Even more important than that, they've found over 15 million addresses linked to criminal activity with its nexus or focal point in Russia, to the tune of millions of dollars. So let that wash over you for a minute. All of those addresses linked to some sort of criminal activity, all identified. And think about this. Elliptic is going like this to the governments. Hey, here's some information for you. Wow. Stop there. Just all kinds of wow. It also kind of puts to bed the myth of you can hide your money in crypto. Kind of yes, kind of no. The scale of which is tested every freaking day. So if you're doing this to hide your crypto and hide all this ought to be a hint to you that you better be really good at hiding. Truthfully, I'm not trying to hide a thing. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I can do the transactions that I want to do and get the crypto that I want to get. That's all I want to do. That's why I have so many different wallets. Some wallets, some exchanges, you can do it. Some DeFi, not DeFi, some decentralized exchanges or DEXs can allow you to do certain coins. So it really depends on what you're able to do. That's why I have additional addresses. Other people, some nefarious things going on. That's why they have addresses. That's not me. So pay attention to what you're doing. Like I said, if you're trying to hide things, a lot of people, I don't want to pay taxes. Eventually, you're going to pay taxes. Let's just get over it. Eventually, you're going to pay taxes. Pay your taxes so nobody's going to look over your shoulder. So you have to continuously look behind you to see if anybody's coming for you. That would be my advice. Of course, I'm not a financial planner, or everything here is just for entertainment purposes and to teach my kids what I'm doing. Um, Coinbase, wow. Actually, no, you know what? Let's get into NetWalker, the NetWalker ransomware gang. Short one today. Sounds kind of funny, right? So this guy, let me see how you pronounce his name. His name is Sebastian. Where are you, Sebastian? Sebastian Vachon Desjardins has been taken into custody, was taken into custody in Canada and then extradited to the United States. Apparently, the United States has been after this guy for a long time, and they worked with their Canadian counterparts, and they were able to snatch him along with $28 million in Bitcoin alone, as well as about the equivalent of $618,000 in cash. Wow. So now that you have this guy, what are the chances of this guy, rolling over and not ratting, but telling on his friends? You sit there and you kind of go, yeah, the chances are probably pretty high because they would probably throw him under the jail. Extradited? Ooh, baby. That's not looking good. That is not looking good. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see that play out. It really is going to be interesting to see that play out. Bad news for Coinbase. Month over month in February, their trading volume dropped 25%. 25% down to $93 billion in trading activity on that exchange. But that also plays to the idea of, you know, money leaving exchanges or coin leaving exchanges in major ways. Where's that money going? Where's it all going? Is it coming out in fiat? Some of it might be, but I have a funny feeling a lot of it is going into wallets, real wallets, whether they be, mobile based, browser based, or even cold wallets. I think that's where it's going. People are starting to say, well, I don't need you to hold my crypto. I need a transaction with you to flip my fiat to crypto and maybe back from crypto to fiat. But then there are decentralized exchanges, and there are a lot more companies coming online where you can actually spend crypto. So that tells you about where everything is going right now. It really, really should. In better news, well, not better news, but as a part of that, let me just recall this: $1.2 billion in Bitcoin alone also left Coinbase in February. Big deal. It is a big, big deal. So that's a lot of money leaving exchanges. A lot of money leaving exchanges. The initial transaction when you first get on, Paul, this is for you. You go get an account on an exchange like a Coinbase, an FTX, a Kraken, a crypto.com, whatever. Get your exchange, flip some fiat over to the exchange, use that fiat on the exchange to buy crypto on the exchange. Then go get yourself a real wallet, whether it be Coinomi, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Ledger, which is a hardware wallet. Go get one of those, flip your crypto over there. So now you've got your crypto, you have your keys, right? One Password reported yesterday came out with a service to store your crypto wallet keys in a secure location. Boom, there you go. And now your money has now left the exchange. Came in, left. Came in, made a transaction, gone. That's all I needed you for. Now I can make transactions straight from my wallet. If I want to use this crypto to buy another crypto, to trade into another crypto, I can do that right there. I could even use that wallet to make purchases. So let that wash over you. People are going to start using that in a major fashion, especially when you think about MasterCard and Visa upping their rates in the United States to their big customers. That's an inflationary hit. So small businesses and people that have to do business with those big places are going to start rethinking, where do I go to spend my money? Because those prices are going up. Those prices are going to go up because they're getting hit with larger transaction fees. Let me go find some place where my dollar can stretch a little bit further because I'm using crypto instead of actual fiat. Just a thought. That's a scenario that can play out very shortly. ConsenSys has raised $450 million. Some of the companies that are in on that investment: Microsoft, SoftBank. Who else is there? There's Temasek, Anthos Capital, and a lot more companies that are involved. When you hear those company names, those are big companies investing in ConsenSys. ConsenSys owns MetaMask, a browser, I think it's probably the most popular browser-based wallet in the world. I know it's popular in the United States. I'm pretty sure I read that it's the largest in the world. That's huge because that says MetaMask is about to make some serious moves. Serious moves. So I'm interested. They just bought that other company that's mobile based, along with their browser base. Imagine marrying those. Now you've got the best of both worlds. In those, in that section, you've got all the masterminds behind both platforms. And I'm pretty sure that's not where they're stopping. So it's going to be huge. And when it finally hits the stock market, because you only do a raise like this if you're going to eventually, do an IPO, that's going to be big. And look at that. Microsoft is there. SoftBank is there. They own a lot of companies that are out there. Pay attention, people. Pay attention, right? Then you have in a major push to Web 2.0. This is like killing me because I'm thinking about this as I think about the dot-com boom and everybody's being swiped from different companies and everything else like that. Well, it's happening with Web 3.0. At least it's beginning to happen with Web 3.0. So you have people like Michael Blank, who came from, where did he come from? He came from Electronic Arts. He'll be joining Polygon Studios as their COO. You have Young Ko, who came from Penske Media. He's going to be joining as the CFO. Penske Media, don't know who they are? Think Billboard, Variety, Rolling Stone. That's who they are. So this guy has got a lot of experience. Then you have this guy, Ryan Wyatt, who came from YouTube Gaming. Yeah, Google. That's who this guy is. He ran that whole arm. Well, they're developing Division 4 gaming. Guess what? He's over at Polygon Studios. Do you think they're making major moves? Yeah. Matic is about to explode. And that's why I keep telling you, look at this connective tissue. Matic is a crazy, crazy, crazy strong layer 2. They're making big moves and inroads as a layer 1. And they've got a lot more in the tank to actually grow. So this is the kind of news that I'm looking for to tell me, should I be investing in this coin versus this coin versus this coin, and why, and what kind of growth that I see, do I see in that? Well, these kind of moves with, Polygon says, I'm going to go get some more. Thank you very much. That's what I'm going to do. And that's because they've got long reach. Anyway, let's get to today's numbers because I don't want to keep you up too long. And today's winners and losers. We're not even going to compare winners to losers today because, everything's been going up and going down, but we're staying in the same doggone range. So you can see a 10% jump up today and see a 10% drop tomorrow. Pay attention to who's going up, pay attention to who's going down, get in on it while it's down, sell it while it's hot. This is the kind of stuff that I'm doing because where else are you going to be able to make 10% in a day? You won't get 10% on your money in 10 years from your bank. Just saying, that's just me. So when I look at this, I'm looking at Cadena took a hit today, 4%. They were down a little bit more than that earlier. But Cadena is going to be big. That is going to be a big coin, very big coin. It's trading at a good price. I mean, look at that, $6. I'm good with that. I'm good with $6. I'd get in on that. Is there anything else that I'm looking at over here? Not really, except Terra Luna took a hit at 7%. Earlier it was down 8%. Remember, these are fluctuating numbers, but at 8%, Terra Luna being down at $87. Remember, just a few days ago, it was at $104. So you're talking about an almost $20 drop, right? And they still have huge upside. So when I see a drop like this, and that $104 is not at a favorable cryptocurrency level. So when I look at this, I'm going, oh my gosh, I can make money here. I can make money here. Because they're going to hit that 104 again, or at least I'm sure they're going to hit that 104 again. Terra Luna is on a rip. So I can see them at 7% here today, and I'll see them at 15, 20% here, end of the week possibly. Right? You can see those bounces. You can play those bounces. Right? Terra Luna has been holding its ground for a really long time. That's something that I want to look at, and you can start to see the pattern with Terra Luna. Pops up, goes down. Pops up, goes down. Pops up, goes down. In a bad crypto market where we're basically going sideways. Yes, I'm interested in Terra Luna. Let's see on the good side. Is there anything going on? Phantom, I'm surprised, is up almost 11% because they have Alex Alex Kanji or something like Andre Kanji, who left or something like that. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm very sorry, but I don't have it memorized. but they had a major developer, not necessarily a major developer, but a major advisor lose the plot, just leave crypto altogether from a development standpoint. That's a big deal. But for them to bounce back, to $10, 10% up, 11% up, $1.21. I'm still looking for them to do something else. I'm kind of taking a step back, but I have to recognize that they came back with that 11% bounce. Who else is in here that I might look at? You saw it just flip, right? Is there anybody? Let's go back up the list. Is there anything that I'm interested in right now? No, not really. All right, that's cool. The fear and greed index, remember, it was at 22. Now it's at 24. Still in the extreme fear area, but on the upward momentum. I think that we've got this cluster of not such good news. Same way we had a cluster here. I think we're like right there. If things can stabilize with Russia's war, unnecessary war, by the way, I think crypto is just going to go nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is a fine example of going sideways. That's really all this is going sideways. I've moved my bar over here to 42,000 because I think after 40, 42 is going to be the next one. 40 is, crystal clear. We keep hitting that 40 or coming close to that 40 mark and not hitting it. So that's a level of resistance right now. But I think that next level of resistance is going to be 42. But again, if things can stabilize with the Russian war and we can get it in favorable ground, I think you're ready for another huge upswing in the crypto space. So pay attention to that. Things are green, but again, you have ETH yesterday it's up basically $100 from yesterday. When I did the last video, 26.46. Everything's still on sale. Bitcoin at 39,551, still on sale. I'm still interested in all the coins that I've picked out. And a while back, I gave you a whole bunch of coins that I was interested in. Go take a look at those old videos. They're not so old. Go take a look at those because I'm still interested in those same ones. I keep telling you that what I want to do is I don't mind taking on more, but I want to know what's going on with those specific coins, those specific projects, what they're doing. That's why I pour over the news. In general, yeah, everything is still moving sideways. You might see some green, but it's mostly red. It's mostly red from the highs that they had, at the beginning of the year. So yeah, I'm not really, jumping up and down for joy with any of these numbers. They all suck. But the only thing that they do say is, hey, I'm on sale and now could be a good time to get in on things. That's why I'm looking at it. Again, Doge killing me. 11 cents, 11.3 cents. I think you're so close to hitting that 10. I think you're so close to hitting 10 cents. What was it here? 11.22. So yeah, I'm just looking at it and I'm going, if truthfully, I think if Doge goes below 10 cents, Doge is going to have major problems. I don't care who's backing them. Elon says he's not going to sell his stuff. I think they're going to have major problems. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. Hope you had a great day. Hope this information helps you. Again, do your own research. Do your own research. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Have a good day.